This is an Insane Cast production. You are listening to Thanks for Watching, the All Movies Podcast, with your cast, DJ, Beth, Joe, and Jimmy. And now, thanks for watching.
Hey everybody! Welcome to Thanks for Watching show number 90. And I remember to say 90 instead of 80. Way to go, Beth! I am Beth, and these fools are...
Joe!
And DJ!
And the home of the very first citrus tree, here in lovely, sunny Riverside, Jimmy.
Yay!
Hooray!
All right.
Well, I'm surprised that you let 90 come out without expletives.
I almost didn't. And then I almost said 80 and almost started swearing again, so count your lucky stars.
Yeah. Excellent. What a great opening. Thank you, Beth. That was cool.
Ooh, ooh!
Lots of energy.
How's everybody's
Yeah.
Thanksgiving?
I've been scraping it up off the floor, man. I'm so tired.
I feel like I've been eating nonstop since Thursday.
Wow.
Oh, I hear you.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. You know, for the first time, I had one plate of Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and I was so full after that. And it was like, I don't know how I ate too much and still didn't eat too much. It was crazy.
I also only had one plate because I had been doing like small meals for a long time, so I didn't feel like I needed to go crazy.
Oh, good job.
And I definitely left room for dessert, and that was good. But now I feel like these leftovers are just like, hey, you want some more of this? Hey, put some more on your plate.
Oh,
hey, why don't
yeah.
you have a bit more?
They're
hey, why don't you have
taunting
some more of
you.
this? Totally.
They are.
Nice.
And this
I
evening-
had one plate, and then a little bit more green bean casserole.
That stuff is so good.
Cool.
Yeah. Beth,
Beth,
what
how
about
was your
you?
Thanksgiving?
Well, yeah, I worked, and then I came home because Mom needed some sour cream for food, so I went to Safeway on Thanksgiving. Don't do that. And then I went back to work.
Oh, that's right. You worked on Thanksgiving.
I did, twice, a double shift. Woo!
Yay.
But
And
the
then-
baby St. Bernard made that mostly better, so... Also, my paycheck will make that morely better.
Yeah, Will, working on a holiday? Heck yeah.
So,
Morally better.
Morally better. I like
morely better.
That's right.
I like that.
Sweet. That's even better. Yeah,
Yep, that's the story.
I got excited because I found another big container of mashed potatoes today. I was like, yes, there's some left.
Indiana Jones and
Where
the
were
Lost
they at?
Leftovers.
I have no idea. They showed up with the turkey.
Wait a minute.
Willow.
You found them, but you have no idea
don't know where they came
where
from?
they were?
Well,
Oh, my
so
goodness.
I found them right in front of me on the counter. Somebody else
Oh.
placed them there.
Were you, like, sleeping and you woke up with a bowl
No.
of mashed potatoes in hand?
No, I was
Like, hey, well,
I was cutting the turkey, or would you say
With
carving?
mashed potatoes?
I was with a knife and fork, and then I turned
With mashed
around
potatoes.
and voila, the taters were
Hot.
there.
I see.
This
I
is
mean, it
kind
was
of
like
like
magic.
a DJ movie review, so I'll back up and give you a little background. Willow
You weren't
helps
even
us
here.
put things away after dinner. She's the
Did you eat
leftover
the potatoes?
Oh, I ate them. Oh yeah.
Have they been on the counter for a long time?
No.
No. I
They were
think,
in the second fridge. They were in the garage
Probably.
fridge. Willow
Okay.
puts things where she wants them.
Oh,
Strategically.
well, we love Willow.
Oh, believe me.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, there was a whole other container that was like that had just a little bit left, and I was like, "Oh man, this is all the potatoes." And boy, I got lucky to turn around and see a full container.
See?
That was neat.
She
Maybe
brings
it wasn't
sunshine.
luck. It was plan, I'm sure. Yeah. We'll see.
so what I'm getting from this is mashed potatoes are your jam.
Right?
I love mashed potatoes.
Here's a little known fact, or maybe not a little known fact. DJ makes, hands down, the best mashed potatoes I've ever eaten. Ever.
Oh,
Ever.
Nice.
They are badass.
good job.
Well, thank you. I stole it from a recipe from a family member from a long time ago.
I hate to say it, but that's the way to do it. 'Cause
Yeah.
they made good food, and then you just sort of lift it and then sort of take credit. Damn it.
No,
That's how I ended up with the sausage dip.
no sense in reinventing any wheels.
No,
Right? If
absolutely
it's delicious,
Wheel on.
not. Yeah,
just keep on rolling.
keep on rolling.
Roll it down the river.
Yeah, and right now my cookies are going pretty well too. Holy mackerel!
You know what's
Oh, my cookies!
You know what's funny is I'm surprised the chocolate chip cookies are they're kind of not going.
Oh, the unicorn poop cookies are already gone.
Really?
Well, they did look very pretty.
Yeah, they did look pretty, but they're gone.
Unicorn poop.
Totally gone.
Delicious.
So, and yeah, and the other ones, the oatmeal ones they're about half now.
I'm surprised that oatmeal went before chocolate chip.
Oatmeal are superior to chocolate
Nah,
chip. That's why.
Oh,
No,
incorrect, friend.
that's
incorrect.
totally wrong.
No.
Wrong. I am.
That's good, though. That means Joe can eat them all, and you and I can eat the
That's true.
chocolate chip, dude.
Good
They
point.
taste so good because they're soft and they're cinnamony or something, and they just.
They are
You
pretty
sound
good.
How
like
many
you want to,
times-
like, snuggle up with a blanket
Let me
and
ask
some
you a
oatmeal
question, though.
cookies.
How many times have you grabbed a raisin oatmeal cookie thinking it's chocolate chip and been severely disappointed?
So many
A few.
times.
Yeah,
Few
it's happened
times.
to me as well. But I don't know. I prefer oatmeal raisin cookies are good. I think they're the unsung
Oh yeah.
cookie hero.
And these are
No, friend. I think that the peanut butter cookie is vastly
Okay.
underrated.
Those
I
are
love
really
peanut butter
good,
cookies.
Too. Peanut butter cookies.
If I had time and a pile of give-a-shits, I would bake my famous peanut butter cookies before I go to Southern California tomorrow. But
that would be
I
so
don't think I
cool.
have the time, and I'm pretty sure
Or
I don't have the
give-a-shits.
give-a-shits.
Okay.
Well, I'll try to bring you some of the cookies I made if there's any left.
I
tonight.
will try. Because I do give a shits. I love you guys.
Yeah. Well, you.
I was talking to Lucas about it the other day, and it blew his mind that Joe and Blue and myself have never met. Because he was talking about how we have our... I've just taken, when I talk to people about it, taken to calling the 29 Toes podcast our sister podcast.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And, like, we have all these friends on the other side of the U.S. that we don't actually know in real life. We've never met them. We're just buddies. And we talk all
Sure.
the time. Sorry, guys, about that extreme Marco Polo battle the other night.
Oh,
We
that
talk all
55
the time, but we don't know them in person. It's crazy pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing multiplayer games online for a lot of years, I have a lot of the same situation with a lot of people that I know through games. I've played games with them for 5+ years, 10 years even, and I've never met them in person.
I think it's fantastic. I
Yeah.
mean, eventually
Yeah,
I would
it's
like to meet
nifty.
everybody, but
Yeah.
I like knowing people on other places.
Can you imagine us all getting together, like in real life, having
That would
like
be
a
the
crossover
loudest
episode kind of thing?
That would be
Thanks
like the
for watching
loudest
29
Denny's
Pose
ever, and we'd get
Toddcast.
kicked out.
Yeah. It would be a loud Denny's, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
The
That would be fun.
TFW 29 Pose podcast. Podcast. There,
Codcast.
Podcast. There it is.
Fast. Oh well, I'll try to improve my diction this episode,
Oh man.
but I'm not going to guarantee it.
Hey, you work on your diction on your own time.
Right?
Heyo.
Wow. Speaking of diction, we are going to have a show about Knives Out, Queen and Slim, and then we will talk a little bit about what is it this week? Erotic films. Oh, anyway. So, and then box office numbers, streaming a challenge, next week's openings, which
Right.
I should say next week's opening,
The one.
the one that's coming out, future films.
Can I just take this moment to say it's getting so close to Star Wars?
Dude, it's so close.
We're in the same month.
Close. I know. As
The
of
same
today.
Yeah. That's amazing. I know. That's good
Okay,
stuff.
sorry. Continue.
No, hey, that's okay. That's okay. A new discussion. I think I didn't get to chat with you guys, but if you look at the show notes, it's highlighted in green, and if you like it, you can say
Look
yay.
at the show notes.
That's like show notes.
Down at the very end.
We don't need no stinking
We
show
don't
notes.
You're hilarious.
Yeah, well, entertainment news. What have we got, y'all? Anybody hear anything in the entertainment world?
Things are entertaining. It was news.
That's right. It was news. What was I gonna? I don't have anything really for that because I
I
didn't.
can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Star Wars is happening this month. That is entertainment news.
That's pretty entertaining and pretty newsworthy.
Shelley Morrison died.
Aww.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I made another TikTok video. That was entertaining.
Your TikTok videos are always entertaining.
It took like 4 hours to send to Joe over the weekend.
Damn, that's dedication.
Well, no. I just hit go at 7 and he got it at 1.
Oh, that was the one that... Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, I got a text from DJ at 1:35 a.m. and it was that
Yikes.
video.
I was
and then I got another
asleep.
one at 5 something a.m.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, what is this guy doing?
That
Not only
sounds-
is this happening, but these 55 Marco Polos I have to catch up on.
Well, you know, if you don't want to do it, just stay up and watch them live, and then you can add in on the conversation.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean,
It
that's
was
what
mostly-
I did.
I think it was mostly you and Lucas going back and forth.
I
was
was
a
half
lot.
asleep, honestly. Like, I was very on the boat to Snooze Town at that point.
Yeah.
So I am not 100% responsible for things I may or may not have said.
May or may not.
Or how weird my hair looks when I was laying down.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks.
and you know, if you're a Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/tfwmovies, you get to be on the Marco Polo and see all the
Yeah,
craziness
and then
that
you can
happens.
see all the weird crap at 6:30. Or way later
Whenever.
than that.
Right? It's kind of a fun thing. I really enjoy it.
I do too.
I actually have groups with my family, too, now.
I know, I've gotten a lot of people, like I have a theater group, and
Oh, nice.
so once again, shout out to the 29 Toes podcast guys for turning us on
29
to that.
Pose podcast.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
totally their idea I stole. Much like recipes that I steal.
You are a thief of recipes.
That's right. Call me Recipe Thief. Hey, how do people contact us?
With the phone number?
Yes, a phone number. You could text it or call it 512-podcast.
Good job.
Have people been texting that looking for 29 Toes?
You know, only
I think we got
once.
one, right?
We got one, and it turns out I think it was Sean, the quietest 29 Toes member. So, and the way I figured that out is they were like, is this the 29 Toes podcast? You know, the one with Tyler? and then I mentioned it, and then he said, oh, the one with Tyler? And I knew it was him immediately.
Yeah. Wow.
He could have kept that going for a long time. I would have never known. But he gave up the ghost so quickly.
So quickly.
Yep. So, anyway, 512 podcast. And then tfwmovies.com is our website. You can find a whole bunch of stuff there, like all of our past lists. Well, not all of them, most of them. Yeah, all that fun stuff.
That's how to do it.
Yeah. And we haven't had a new member yet, so we're still looking for 2 more so we could have that Twinkie Wiener sandwich. You know,
Your winner!
like what I don't know if you saw that video yet, but it was like I had all the ingredients for the Twinkie Wiener sandwich in the baggie that I was holding.
Yeah, what I thought was really amusing about that is you apparently just have Twinkies, wieners, and squeezed cheese laying
On
around.
standby.
Just like, he's I'm
Ready
ready
to go.
for it.
I'm ready for the Twinkie Wiener apocalypse.
Yep. Twinkie Wiener apocalypse.
right.
Absolutely.
No, I actually went out and purchased the items just for that bit.
I don't know what's funnier then.
I know.
Is it that they would be on hot standby, or that you're like, I need to do this, so I have a strenuous need to make this video.
I
So I will
did.
go procure the items and
Yes.
TikTok it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it exactly. Here's the deal. When I get these things in my mind, they don't go away until I've done them.
That makes sense.
So I had to do it. Like all of these videos that I've put up there on the TikTok,
Yeah.
I stew about them until it's like, okay, I just got to do it. So, yeah. So I did it, and it's done. And so now we have the Twinkies for the whole thing.
Yeah.
The cheese whiz will have to buy another can.
You might. Did someone eat your squeeze cheese?
Someone.
Joe says it'll be a Patreon video of Joe unboxing the ingredients and creating his Twinkie Winter sandwich and then eating it.
Ooh,
like it.
yes.
Yeah, I figured I'd Marco Polo it.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
then figure out another, like,
Well, the Marco Polos, you can download them and then put them up elsewhere.
well,
Yeah,
that
but the
or
video
like
quality of Marco Polo is kind of grim.
Yeah, a little bit.
a little poopy,
A little low grade. Not to say that I don't like it. I do.
right?
I do.
Well, I can always do it from my Twitch setup, maybe.
Oh, there you
Hey,
go.
we can have more than one camera there.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, you can be using your fancy cams, and Blue can be using the phone cams. We could have a multi-angle shot. We could edit it together with like the Chariots of Fire soundtrack.
Oh,
Okay.
that actually
Now you're going a little overboard with.
Or what
It's
else
not
would
a
be-
Chariots of.
what
It's not
else-
Chariots of Fire. It's I think the murder or the death dirge hymn thing should be playing.
What about
Follow me.
A Murder She Wrote.
what about the Godzilla theme?
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun,
that
dun,
works.
dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that'd be the shit.
Or a Pepto Bismol commercial in the background.
Upset stomach diarrhea.
Yeah, that one. Upset stomach diarrhea.
oh gosh.
That's the one.
Okay, I'll find you a good remix.
No,
of
I
that.
don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we've got a minute.
We got a minute. Cool.
So what's next,
All right.
brother?
What's next? Let's see. Well, why don't we just get into our film discussion, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Erotica, and that is
Oh God!
it's
Every time you say it, it makes me so uncomfortable.
really
Because it's coming from DJ or what?
It's just weird. Like DJ is so not that sort of thing.
got it. Okay.
No, it's weird because you're like, you don't swear, you don't smoke, you don't do any of the naughty things, and then you're just like, erotic film, and it's just not what I was
okay.
expecting.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Nothing wrong with it. Enjoy it. It's an odd thing for me.
Well, sorry. Don't mean to
No,
make
it's
it
fine.
odd. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Erotic films.
Yeah. In like defense of, I don't like it when anyone uses the word erotic. I don't like it when people use the word lover. Don't like that at all.
Yeah.
It's just like,
But when they call like this is my lover.
this
or
is
the-
my lover. Huh? Nope.
yeah. Except in that Saturday Night Live skit, right?
Oh,
That's
with
good.
like the goat leg
with
grease
Rachel
in his
Dretch,
chest
Rachel
hair.
Dretch and Will Ferrell. Yeah. Hello, lover.
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
So funny, dude.
The only place lover belongs is between meat and pizza. I can't even take credit for that joke. That was on 30 Rock, but I felt that it was so relatable.
There you go. That's well. We've already mentioned that we.
Oh
steal
God,
these
there it
things.
is! Oh, with the, why are they eating ribs in a hot tub? God.
Ribs in a hot tub.
Woof.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
Got him. Oh, I don't want to look at it.
Don't- You're like, quit. Start hitting buttons so it'll scroll up to the top. Like, click, 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 click.
Ah!
It's not scrolling fast enough. Sorry, Beth. Okay. Well, let's start off with Crackhead Blues list, shall we? Beth, you want to start it off?
I just have Orgasmo.
Oh, well, I meant Crackhead Blues list.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
So you're,
Okay, DJ,
so
we
you're
just-
okay. You're not okay
man.
with the word lover. You're not okay with DJ saying erotica, but you can say orgasmo. Like
Okay, if you've seen Orgasmo, you would understand.
I have.
Secondly, if I was supposed... Yeah, it's Matt... Trey Parker and Matt Stone. It's the creators of South Park just before South Park got picked up.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So I didn't have this list in front of me.
I know.
So if you want me to read lists, you need to A, number one, let me know ahead of time that I'm reading them. And B, number two, give me the list to read before you want me to read it.
Well, we'll start with B.
Just I opened the show. You do it.
Okay. I mean, if you don't want to, it's fine.
A number 1.
Hey,
That's
number
right.
1. But we're reading Crackhead Blues list.
I love Crackhead Blue.
Yes. She will start us off with The Last Jedi.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Heyo.
1986's Fright Night.
Yeah, all right. I see where you're going with these.
Yeah. Yeah. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Oh, I haven't
There
seen
you
that in
go.
forever.
Great movie.
It is a great movie. That's a great one. I've seen it more than once. It should have been on my list. I don't know why it's not. Return of the Living Dead
That's okay. Yeah.
and Dracula, but it doesn't specify which one, like Bram Stoker's or
Well, oh, hello.
Hi.
or any.
Whoa.
Some
Wowzers.
I heard that.
I think a lot of Dracula movies are kind of widely
I like
accepted
that.
to be sort of sexy town.
Yeah, sort of sexy town movies.
Because ladies like them vampires.
Yep. Okay. Well, and she has some honorable mentions. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Return of the Living Dead 3.
I see.
Yes. And then Frida. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, did I spell Friday wrong?
Oh, DJ.
My brain. This is how my brain works. And then Fright Night 2.
Good choices, all. Good choices.
See, I'm glad, Beth, that you understand my brain. You're like, I'm DJ paused. I better say this for you.
Yeah, I'm like, is he gonna? Okay, I'll just do it. See, that's why the list got to be up, so I can help you.
There you go.
And as previously quoted, we all know that I don't look at the show notes.
All right, well, I should give you the next list just in case.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, gosh. All right, this is Josh from the internet.
Hey, Josh from the internet. Oh, wow.
He had a few, and you can't see it on the Discord, but he had the ones highlighted are the ones that are his favorites.
Oh.
And so I'll just start off with
Caligula.
thank you, Caligula. And then the next one is Two Moon Junction, which is one of his
Fully crazy blue.
favorite ones.
Okay.
The cook, the chef, his wife, and her lover.
The cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover.
Isn't that what I said?
You said the chef.
You said chef.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right, man.
That's cool. The thief.
It's
Where did
cool,
I
I
get
got
chef?
it.
See, there's my
'Cause
brain
you're-
going.
You were thinking of cook and thief together.
You're thinking of stealing mashed potatoes or something.
Yes, I think that's what it was. Oh, I
DJ
missed
loves
those
mashed potatoes.
Yes. And so, but that one's one of his favorites as well. So, like,
Okay.
one of his go-tos. The next two are not. It's, but he likes them. Young Lady
Chatterley.
Chatterley, thank you. And then Wild Orchid.
Okay.
And I don't know that I've seen either of those. And then I haven't seen this one either, but it's one of his go-to favorites, Original Sin, with
Okay,
Angelina
yeah.
Jolie and Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
Yes. And the next several are not on his list of favorites, but he likes.
Okay.
Body Heat, Body of Evidence, that's with Madonna.
Yep.
Fatal Attraction, with Kirk Douglas and Glenn Close. I've actually seen
Michael
that one.
Douglas.
Michael Douglas, that's what I meant. It's not even listed there. I just threw the name in.
I know, you had it. They are extremely related. One is just way older than the other.
They are very related.
Very, yeah. Exactly.
Extraordinarily related.
That would make it a very different kind of erotic film.
Yikes.
Sliver. And then Exit to Eden. I loved that one. That was hilarious with Dan Aykroyd and I forget her name.
Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie O'Donnell. That's right. I loved that film, and I don't know why that's not on my list. Probably because I forgot about it and didn't think of it as erotica.
That's the hard part about this.
It is. A lot of the films that I saw, I never really thought of as erotica, and I was like, okay. Well,
Yeah.
moving on then.
Okay. I see what
And
you're
then
saying.
and then Threesome. It's like the 90s Stephen Baldwin film.
Yeah.
Final Analysis. That's Richard Gere, Kim Basinger, Uma Thurman, Eric Roberts.
Solid.
Like crazy cast. And then this last one is one of his go-tos, his favorites. Dangerous Liaisons.
Which is very good.
Yeah. He was like
How good?
I had to say, okay, that's quite an extensive list. We don't have to go
That's-
any further than that.
That's the big list.
You sound like me when it comes to like comedy films or other things like I just can't stop. There's so many. So, and that's it. That's all we have. We didn't even get something from the 29 Toes podcast, which I'm really surprised.
They were busy last night.
That's true. They had some stuff going on.
They had some stuff taped to their hands.
Yes.
Yep.
That's true. That is true. Okay. So now it's time for the cast. I'll start.
Woo!
I can start.
Do it.
Okay. The Lost Boys.
Okay.
And then Indecent Proposal.
Okay. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, An Interview with a Vampire. I've probably seen like 20 times. I've seen it
It's a
so
good
many
one.
times. The Craft. And
Oh.
can I just say, when that came out, that was banned in our little hometown.
Ah, was it?
Yes, it was. It
It
was.
was not banned
Yes.
in Placerville.
It sure was, and
Banned?
it was banned. They weren't allowed to show it in.
Right.
That's
No, I remember
hilarious.
that.
Yeah, it was the talk of the town. Do you know that movie? It was not.
Why, because it was witchcraft?
Yes,
Or what?
because of the witchcraft that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People were going all the way to Arden Fair Mall to see it.
Ooh.
right. Because yeah,
That's
they
like
couldn't-
an hour away, y'all.
I mean, way to bring up the hype and say, you know what? It's not allowed here, but you can go see it over here.
Right.
And then
And then-
the really gutsy people went and saw it at the Florin Road Mall.
Oh.
Wow.
Could you see it in the drive-in? Ooh.
I don't know. Probably not the
Man.
Placerville drive-in. I don't know if it was
didn't
still
have
open
a-
at the
They
time.
We
did.
didn't have a drive-in in Placerville, did we?
Oh yeah. That,
Where
it
was that?
Now you're making crap up.
I am not making crap up. You can Google that.
I'm gonna Google it right now. Don't think, oh shit. Don't think I won't. I almost just spilled nail polish all over my computer.
Uh-oh, that would have been bad.
That would have been bad news.
Yeah, there-
Placerville
yeah,
drive-in.
check it out. There was a
I don't
blast.
even know what to say to that. You guys had a movie banned because of fake witchcraft.
Yes.
Oh, friend. If
Oh,
only
trust
you
me.
knew Placerville.
Placerville. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Was there also like a
Wow.
village you guys lived in that they told you couldn't go beyond the woods, or
I'm
else something
pretty
would
sure
get you?
there is
Oh, yeah.
currently one of those.
Yeah.
Isn't it called like Fiddletown?
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fiddletown. Also, that's where I got my dog, so I can't even talk shit.
If It is very backwoods.
I think it would technically be like River Pines.
Oh, and that's even worse.
Rivertown sounds cooler though.
It does. You know what sounds really cool? The town of Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love
I
Cool.
personally like Volcano and Rescue.
Right?
Yes. Ay, ay, ay.
Not connect with any chain.
Oh, you found it though.
Incredible heaters or rails. I'm reading it, so you go ahead and keep
Oh,
on.
keep on keeping on. Well, that's it. That's all my
on
list. That's all I
keeping on.
got. That's it. I mean, I'm sure there would have been more, but not all of it. I thought it was
Oh, I
erotic.
remember where that was at, DJ. It was by your dad's shop.
By where?
That shop that your dad had off of Motherlode. Or where he worked, the driveline shop.
Yes.
Get
Kinda
movie
over in-
tickets and showtimes. Try again.
Yeah, right. There's not there anymore.
Oh, it's demolished. So
It was the
It's on
El Dorado Road. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. El Dorado Road.
Now I remember it. It was like...
I've gone to see movies there. That was crazy.
yeah, you must have been like
Google
3.
Maps.
I never
was
saw
very
that
young.
thing open. That thing
I
was
was
never
very
open.
young.
You did, it wasn't you, Beth, because it was never open when you and I lived there.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was pre you and I.
Okay. I'm like, there is not a... Stop that. Don't lie to me.
But I do.
But I have the address now. I'm going to Google it.
I do remember like maybe driving over the fence to get in there just to see what it was about.
Yeah. Yeah. All desolate and all the grass that grew over it and the
Allen Hill
the boards
Hagen
that were all
Ranch.
tattered. Crazy. End of an era.
Oh, it was there.
And it's super creepy because there's like a creek and then you have all those big oak trees around it. It's like the perfect spot for a horror movie with horses in it, perhaps.
Oh my gosh.
Horse horror.
I could tell you if there's a horror movie with horses, I will never go see it. Especially if the horses are the ones doing the killing.
It's a hell of a
Oh
plot.
my goodness.
I know.
No.
Jimmy, what is on your list?
Oh, just a couple of things. Bridges of Madison County.
Oh.
Yeah.
Zorro.
Okay. Yeah.
And Top Gun.
Oh.
Definitely.
So,
See? People think, when you say erotic films, you're thinking like,
porno.
That's what I'm
Pornography,
saying.
but that's
That
not.
is why I was having an issue with this, because that is that is the thing.
See, I had
That is
to.
the thing.
I had to.
So that was
I had
My
to go and
situation.
because I was questioning myself what erotic meant, and I had
Yeah.
to. I had to
mean,
look
it
it
just-
up.
Yeah, it just means that it's designed to generate arousal, and doesn't matter how you do it.
Right. I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm shutting up now.
Yes, this is a movie podcast,
Yes, it is.
not a definition podcast.
Yikes.
Yikes. Okay, Beth, you're up.
Well, now I'm looking at the Eldorado Drive-In, which is not erotic.
No.
No,
It's like a field out in the middle of nowhere now. Okay, so no, I got it now. Just
so
move on.
Joe, the closest thing to Placerville in San Diego County
Yeah.
would be like a mix between Lakeside and Julian.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Ramona.
I don't like going to Lakeside if I don't have to.
It has that feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Count me out.
Yeah, you're in a large
I don't want
majority.
it.
I don't want it.
You're like the horse in Red and Stimpy. Well, sir, I don't like it.
No, it was yeah. Very racially divided area when I lived there. So, yes.
Okay.
Not a great place.
All right.
Yep.
And that's that.
And that's that. Beth, are you ready?
I said move on.
Oh, you said move on.
Yeah, because I'm so distracted now because of this and that, and I'm broken.
Oh.
This and that.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's see
All
if
right.
Joe has something.
I don't.
Nothing.
Did you
Nope,
have a problem with
because-
that too, Joe?
I did because but you already know that I have a problem with every list because when you say this movie,
Because
so
it's
I always
so
think
broad.
of the movie, not a scene. Doesn't define the movie for me. So that's my Sheriff Joe thing going, well, I can't say that this movie is a car movie because it has a car in it. It's not about cars, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't have anything.
Wow.
I didn't see striptease. I never saw showgirls. So I can't put those on a list because I never saw them.
Yeah.
I would imagine those are erotic films,
Right.
but I've never seen them.
See, that was the...
I've seen
What about Flashdance?
I've seen movies with erotic parts,
Yep.
but it's not an erotic film.
And that was
So-
where I was. Thank you, Joe, because this was
Yeah.
where I was having a problem too. Because in my mind, it comes up erotica, which is specifically what DJ has been saying in the show. I can't talk about movies that count as that, for the most part.
So now you see where I'm coming from on other lists.
Oh, I'm 100% seeing where you come from.
Okay. I thought everybody just thought I was being ridiculous. when it
No,
came to that.
nobody thinks you're being ridiculous. Well, I don't know. Maybe
Blue does.
somebody does. Well,
I mean, I figured you'd at
She
least,
just said.
Blue
she
just comes in,
said,
I do.
I do.
I figured you'd at least come with something to the table rather than give
got
up
nothing, man.
completely.
I got nothing.
See, I had a similar dilemma because I'm like, can you parse this out? That's why I had to come up with the three I came up with. It was like any movie that has a scene that's kind of a central scene that has to do with erotica or eroticism.
yeah.
Did you know there's
Yes, no, they weren't-
erotomania?
Yep.
No.
I had no idea what it was. It's really bad.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's people that are super infatuated with other people and they take body position, facial expressions, the way a person writes when they're around, what they look at on the internet when they're around, signifying that they want that, the other person. And this is what happens with those people that kill themselves because they think that someone else likes them and they really don't.
Wow.
It's a mess.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
that
a
was more
hot
like
mess.
an actor trying to portray other people.
No, it's horrible.
Wow. Interesting.
Anyways,
All right.
that's what I learned
Well,
about
I-
erotomania.
I got it. All right. Well, I think that's everything. I mean, if
Poor Lucas.
what it,
Recover. He's here now. He fell asleep before the show started because he's recovering from Edward 40 Hands.
oh, that's right. Which was part of last week's show for them, or this week's show for them.
Last night's show for them.
Last night's show for them. I'm guessing that it's not up and running yet. That's fine.
Probably not.
Probably not. All right. All right. Well, there you have it. The conquered topic of erotic films.
There you
or
go.
films with erotic in it, I suppose. So that'll be up and running. If you can think of any that you liked, throw it in there later.
No, I'll just interrupt and be rude and shout it out.
There you go.
It's not rude on this show. That's just the way it
For
is.
show. That's right. That's right. All right. So I guess we should get into stuff
that
we're
people put
putting.
in their eyes?
That's right. Stuff that we put in our eyes. Good point. All right. So the first one is Penny and I went and saw Queen and Slim.
Oh.
Yes. That is your classic love story between
Two people?
a religious guy and a lawyer who shoot an officer.
Oh.
Yeah.
That old chestnut.
Yeah, so there's a one-sentence plot thing right here. It says a couple's first date takes an unexpected turn when a police officer pulls them over. Now, it's not spoiling it to say that they shoot that police officer and kill him.
Doesn't seem to be a spoiler.
No, it was pretty much in the trailer, and it just shows them going through trying to escape. And you know what? I kind of equated it to a not funny version of Quick Change.
Oh.
If you remember that old show.
That old chestnut.
Yeah. So, if you remember Quick Change, they robbed a bank and then trying to escape. And police officers are after them or what have you. And anything that can go wrong does go wrong. And
Got it.
Yeah. So, it's the same thing, except there it wasn't funny. It was definitely slower. There were a few funny things, but, not all of it. It was really, really slow. There was a horse scene that made no sense to me at all.
Well, from the trailers, it didn't seem like a real gut buster, which
it wasn't.
You do lean towards enjoying them.
Yeah. I was thinking about it for a while, and I was like, this movie is annoying me. I was annoyed by the way the characters would argue with each other. And I was like, was that really necessary to argue about that in this scene? Really? And so, granted, the characters were believable. I just thought they were annoying. So, yeah. And do I have a favorite scene there? Yes. I think I have a favorite scene, and it takes place at the gal's uncle's house.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What's her name? Hold on a second. She plays Queen. It's Jodie Turner-Smith.
Okay.
Slim was played by Daniel Kaluuya. Oh, I screwed up the name. I know I did. I'm sorry, Danielle. Oh, boy. So, anyway, can I help you? Am I missing something on the chat?
Yeah, but
No, man.
We're not making fun of you or anything.
Yeah, you're
it's
fine.
just damn it! I just had to work when I said gut buster. I had to work really hard not to say butt guster.
Oh.
And they were laughing at that. And then Joe said, the old chestnut butt guster. Whoosh. So yes, I was laughing about that.
Got it. Okay.
See, it was not detrimental to anybody. Just me being a dumbass.
Got it. Well, so I through my rating system, and I did like the music. There were some pretty good cinematography moments.
Okay.
Minus like one or two where I was like, why did you do that? That made no sense. The acting was great. And then whatever. I mean, there were special effects really weren't very many at all, like just the gunfire and all that. There was one scene that just made me go, whoa! I really had to yell out loud that I was like surprised that it happened. So, yeah. I think the moral of the story is don't shoot police officers and try not to get shot. A little
These
of
are
everything.
Aesop's fables. I think there's one of those that says that, right?
Right, I think so.
Don't get shot.
Don't get shot. But overall, I gave it a 7. So
Okay.
yeah. At this point, I think I'm gonna have to start rating things like a C or a B, C, or D.
Oh, would that be easier for you?
It might be, but
Hey, cool.
it's definitely a C. It's not like a great film, but it's not a bad film.
Okay.
So
Not your favorite, though.
How did
No.
Penny like it? Was it slow?
she liked it better than Knives Out, if you
Oh, really?
Oh.
believe that. It was
So
slow,
it wasn't slow.
though. They were both slow. They both got a
My
slow
wife,
rating.
yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. So, by the way, let's move on to that one, Knives Out.
That one.
That one. Joe, you want to give it a try?
It's a classic love story between a terrible family and their father's money.
Oh.
Yes.
Blue and I went to see this on Saturday, I think.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't remember. Must have been Saturday. Was
One
it
of them
yesterday?
days.
One of those days that end in Y.
There you
Anyway, man, I loved it.
Me too.
I thought it was great.
Cool.
I don't think it was slow at all. I think it wasn't like nonstop action, but there was never a point where I was like, man, this is dragging or this
Yeah.
is moving too slow.
Yeah.
It
was not slow.
Was it like a thinker?
Yes.
Not really,
No.
because they kind of hand you something early where you're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's a little early, but how they get to that is all the fun along the way.
Yeah.
Man, it was
Right.
it was great.
It was,
great.
an embedded thinker.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a couple things that I called out as we were watching the movie. I leaned over to Blue and I'd say something, and then I was right later on. And then there was one major thing that I was like, I bet this happened. And then it turned out it did. So I felt pretty good about myself being able to call those things out without, being led by the hand for them. I loved it a lot. I thought the acting was great.
Yes.
Daniel Craig was amazing,
Yes.
as usual. I mean, I liked, the Bond movies that he did, but then seeing Logan Lucky, I'm like, man, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
And then seeing this was like, okay, double down on Daniel Craig. Like, he's the man. I thought Captain America's portrayal of a snotty, jerky, I don't need to work for anything,
Ransom.
trust fund baby was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Evans.
He did good.
I liked the main girl a lot. She played I thought she was very good. And then just seeing all the old school, actors together was great. Like Jamie Lee Curtis's character was awesome.
Yes.
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson was pretty funny. Just how kind of obtuse he was about everything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of dang it, Blue's gonna be mad at me that I can't remember this actress's
Tony
name.
Collette.
Toni Collette.
Yep.
Hey, woo.
She was great. She was
There you
great.
go,
She
Deej.
played her character awesome.
She did. I was very impressed by her character.
Yeah, because I've seen her do the complete
Jonah.
opposite of that, and it was believable. And then this character was believable as well. Everything was good.
Yeah.
It was like a whodunit, but not really, because they were kind of hand feeding you the stuff as we were going along.
Yeah.
There was
It
a
was-
little bit of
It was a who done it. Oh, you done it. Woo, done it.
it was it was a whodunit. Oh, that's whodunit. Oh, but how did they figure out whodunit kind
Got
of a
it.
thing. So it was
Okay.
good. I liked it. I'd give it an 8.
Ooh,
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it got done.
It was
Yeah, I really liked it.
Cool.
me too, honestly. It was some of the stuff I with like with you, Joe, I was like, "Oh, this is going to happen. This is what's going to happen." And
Yeah.
and it was neat. And I loved how they tried to do misdirects as well. Yeah, which was really neat. Overall, I was like, earlier I was comparing it to the film. It was the Netflix original film called Murder Mystery,
Ah.
and I was like, oh, and I really enjoyed that one. But this, no, I mean it's different. It's so different, and it's not as fast as say Clue was, but like it was still like every scene. I didn't like have to go to the bathroom in the middle of this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it was great. Using my fancy rating system, I give it an 8 as well.
Nice.
So
And I went into it thinking it's going to be like Clue, like a new Clue, but it was so much more than Clue, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Okay.
Especially like the way the interviews were taking place, and like it was there was like a nod to Clue.
Yes.
This is a line that won't spoil it, but
yeah.
one of the detectives is like, the guy lives in a freaking clue house. Like, it was, or his house is like it's off a clue board.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were
Yes.
gonna say that like everybody checked their shoes for dog poop.
No.
That would have been great. Oh, wow.
But the way he said it is like, the guy lives in a house off the clue board. So I thought that was pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
What
It was good.
What was your favorite scene, Joe?
I think when, there's so many good ones.
There were a lot of good ones.
I'm trying to think if it was like the final, like, here's how everything went down scene, because that was pretty good, the way it all was filmed and kind of in flashbacks and whatever else. Shoot.
Lucas says that, DJ, if you go to the 29 toes rating system, it'll give you a lot more flexibility because their scale goes all the way up to 29.
Well, ours goes to 40, as far as I know,
Oh.
if we're using that rating system.
That's funny.
Shoot. I don't know, Jimmy. It's a good question. I probably the wrap-up scene where they showed us stuff we had seen before, but from the finality point of view.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Like they hemmed everything into one. They put everything in a basket.
And they were showing us stuff we had already seen, but from the other point of view.
That's
Right.
cool. I like it when they
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you,
What
DJ?
Oh boy. I think when we first find out that Marta Cabrera, played by Ana de Armas. Anyway, Marta can't lie.
Oh.
When we
Yeah.
that
That was great.
Yeah.
And don't say
I'm
anymore.
not- I'll not say
because that
anyway-
would
anyhow.
ruin
I
it.
won't say anymore,
but-
but yeah, that was great. So good.
just thinking about it right now makes me bust up.
Oh yeah, that was the best. We had a conversation about that feature even after the film on the way home. It was awesome.
Yes, that was a great scene. I'll stop crying now.
Oh.
So what?
How
what
about
is-
you, Jimmy?
Oh, my favorite scene was when Mr. LeBlanc, was not paying attention, and Marta Cabrera, was playing fetch with the dog to get rid of evidence. I thought that was fabulous. That was my favorite part.
Some of her trying to cover stuff up scenes were pretty good too. Like,
Yeah.
I won't go into detail, but
My
She
second
was
favorite. My second favorite was Ransom. It's you again.
oh yeah.
Oh yes,
And she chuckled at one point where I was like, she knows what the fuck's
Yep.
going on.
she does.
Oh,
Excuse my French.
Yeah, I felt like she knew it as well.
That's not French. Sorry.
Oh, the sheriff's at it again. Sheriffing himself.
Policing myself. Can't help it.
no, I like that movie.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was a fun movie.
I actually, this was one of the few times that I went to the movie and just, I'd been sick for about 4 days and just felt like
Were you sick last time we had the podcast?
I
I feel like you've been sick a lot. I feel really bad.
it was the beginning of it last week, and then this week it like hit.
Ugh.
I did a lot of sleeping, so we went to dinner and then we went to the movie, and it was probably the most enjoyable movie I've seen in a long time because I just did not do any thinking. I didn't try to figure anything out. I just enjoyed it. So I give it a 9. It was that enjoyable.
Yeah, it was good. Sweet.
So.
Well, there you have it. Recommend it. Go see it.
Absolutely.
Check it out. Yeah. Except for Josh. If you're listening, I don't recommend you see this.
No, Josh,
saying.
do not. And you would have to bring a receptacle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not. Go see
Oh,
that.
he's one of those guys.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Just like that. Just like that. Don't go see it.
I think on one of our Insane Cast episodes we talked about that and the Corvette
did.
Diner.
Oh, yes. We did talk about it.
And I ate the fries off that plate. They were so
gosh.
good.
Yeah. Okay, then. So that's the end of that. Let's move on to our challenge this week, okay? By the way, last week I didn't have anybody call in, but it was Groundhog's Day, and Crackhead Blue and Lucas from the 29 Toes podcast got that answer from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was still fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for all the wonderful participants of this. So, but we do have a new one for you this week. I promise it's new.
It's not a continuation of
That's
our
right.
gag that just, I don't know.
Yes, that just
it
made
failed.
Beth and I laugh continually.
We're the only two laughing.
Probably.
Sorry.
It was still funny to us.
We're jerks.
Don't worry, YouTube didn't like it much either because they were like,
We're all
copyright.
demonetized, bitches.
Yeah. So, oh well. Too bad for that. But anyway, let us move on to what it is. Here it is. Ready?
Frank? Is that you, Frank? I'm warning you, I'm armed and dangerous.
Disguise. Camouflage.
All right. There it is. I knew there were only 2 words I was going to say, and I stopped it before it was too late.
Good job.
Says his name right afterwards.
And just give it away.
Oh, whoops. Did I give it away? Anyway.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
And Lucas asked, is someone in a bath? Yes, someone is in a bath. But I'm not going to say any more. I shall not say any more. Send us a text at 512-podcast if you know what it is. Or just send a private message on the Marco Polo. You could always do that too, I suppose.
Or if you wanted to become a Patreon member, you could do it right in the show discussion.
That's true. Well, no, because then people would know in the show discussion. Because
Well,
that's
Membership
giving
has
it away.
its privileges. Yeah,
I guess so. Spoilers.
I'm telling you.
Although the Discord is a lot of huge spoiler, right? So,
Yeah, we're
Right.
pretty chatty.
yeah. So, hey guys, let's move on to streaming, or what we've been watching, kind of a thing, in our homes. I finished season 4 of Gotham.
I can't see it without thinking that. I really can't. I just always see Gotham now.
And the way they break it up at the beginning and the end, it's like
Gotham.
Yes, it's right there. They asked for it.
They do.
And that's the thing with the show. It's so hammy. I mean, it's great. This is why I love it, honestly.
Womp, 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 womp.
And
Joe playing the exasperation tuba over there.
let me tell you, everybody in Gotham is absolutely nuts. Like, they're
Yeah.
crazy people. I mean,
That's why through most of it, everybody has at least one stay in Arkham.
yes, everybody, including like the who is it?
Everyone.
The head sheriff dude and
Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon, I think, stays there for at least a day.
Oh, I should have said Joe. Damn it, missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
But oh my gosh, I did enjoy this one. There might have been like 1 or 2 times that I thought, Oh my gosh, will the drama just stop? But overall, it was still really good. I really liked. I really liked the villains, but they were like the real villains. And you know what? Bringing Ra's al Ghul from, it was so funny. There was one point in time they were talking about Ra's al Ghul, and like seeing finding out who they were and all that stuff. And I turned to Penny and said, "Didn't they ever watch The Arrow? Come on."
I mean, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's the same group. It's so fascinating, but
Well, yes, it's all very intermingled, being that it's like a galaxy of characters.
yes, very much so. So I really enjoyed it. That was a good season. We've moved on to season 5 of Got Ham.
Cool. Get that ham.
Yes, which is
getting that ham.
It's really a weird version, like, because right now it's like all the bridges were blown up. I hope I didn't spoil anything. I hope you all saw the end of season 4.
Maybe just stop now.
Just stop now. But it's weird. It reminds me a little bit of what's the name of the? It's like,
Who's in it?
I'm trying to think of who's in it. It's the film.
It is a moving picture with sound.
Yes, it's a moving picture with sound, and there's a guy that they're in a maze runner. It's Maze Runner, but the third one,
Oh my
whatever
goodness.
the third one is.
Okay.
I don't remember what the third one was, but anyway, that one.
Okay.
That was painful.
It was fun for me. I don't know if it was painful for you. I
Following
apologize.
his train of thought down the tracks to the inevitable conclusion, and still missing the title of the movie.
Right over the cliff.
You know, I apologize for these butt gusters, but
The Death Cure.
the death cure. There we go. Yes. So there's like this huge wall, and never mind. Okay, I'm not saying anymore. I've only gotten through the first show of the 5th season. So, anyway, I also streamed on the Disney Plus the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Very good choices.
As a matter of fact, though, I'm still in the middle of Return of the Jedi. I have not finished it yet. So.
Oh. Okay.
But
well, I won't spoil the end for you.
Oh no! That's one of those VHS tapes that
I was joking.
Oh, good. Phew. Yes. I wore that thing.
I know
to
you've
bits.
seen all of the Star Warsies.
Yes.
I know you have.
Okay, good. Phew. But don't spoil it this time because I'm still in the middle of it.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
ruin that for
But
you.
you know what's interesting though, watching
So
this
many
one
things.
compared to the one that I saw on my VHS tape way back then.
Oh God, yeah.
There are more characters in it.
Yeah.
And you can't see the lines of the ships
Yeah.
moving. It's so cool. And it was totally weird seeing Han Solo walk over
Jabba's
Jabba.
tail.
Yeah, Jabba's
Yeah.
tail. So, anyway.
Okay.
That being said, I'm noticing the differences. Even though I haven't seen that one, the non-digitally remastered version in
Right.
years, I'm still noticing that
Yeah,
it's
you
there.
still know the differences.
Yeah, you'll know what's supposed to be there and what isn't.
Yeah, crazy. And that's
wait till you hear the new Ewok song at the end.
well, you know, that's the thing. I've seen it both ways already now. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so I can't wait to finish it. Yeah.
Sorry, I like the original better.
Got it. And streamed one other thing. Are we going to do the elusive exclusive at the end of this?
It's up to you. You're the boss.
I would love to, because I don't
Okay.
mind talking about it. So, all right.
Okay.
Cool. Well then, moving on. That's all I've got. So what else do we got?
The Irishman.
Oh,
Go Jimmy.
Great. Netflix. Martin Scorsese. Joe Pesci. Robert De Niro. Al Pacino. Harvey Keitel. Ray Romano.
So all the guys.
All the guys.
Bobby Cannavale. So, I've never heard of him, but I've seen him in lots of movies. What a great movie. Jimmy Hoffa is in the movie. Just, if you like a good mob flick, you like a good conspiracy, and you like the 70s and all the great big cars of the 70s, you'll love the film.
Aww.
That's big butterfly collars, bell-bottom pants, and white shoes. It is bad to the bone. Great movie.
Okay.
You gotta watch it. Great cast. It's long. It's super long.
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
Oh, wow, really?
I had to watch it in 2 settings. Or 2 sittings, not settings.
Wow.
It was the same setting.
I saw like 20 minutes of it.
And then your wife told you had to go to bed.
That is true. Yes.
What are you doing down here with this degenerate?
I mean, if it were, I mean, she knows me. I probably would have stayed up until who knows how long watching it.
It was 3:30, but who cares? I watched the installment of The Morning Show on Apple Plus. Steve Carell, Jennifer Aniston, and Reese Witherspoon. Great episode. Gotta watch it. It's just painting a picture of someone's idea of how the Me Too movement worked from the inside. I watched quite a few episodes of another Apple Plus series. I believe all but one, because I was down for the count most of the week. For All Mankind, about an alternative space race. Really a great series. And then lastly, a Adam Driver movie on Amazon Prime called The Report. Really a good one about the advanced interrogation tactics during the Al-Qaeda era, waterboarding and stuff. Really a cool film. If you like Adam Driver, you like a little political action. He doesn't play a lawyer, but he is very... he's really good at the role. Unsurprisingly, and I liked it because it's historically based, and then it has a political and legal tie-in. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Excellent. Very good.
Huh?
Very good.
I said very good.
Beth, what are you streaming right now?
Swiss Family Robinson.
Ooh.
On Disney Plus, the 1960 version. It's a good one. I watched a bunch of stuff this week. Like, I was writing it all down, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of stuff.
Ooh.
So, of course, I watched The Mandalorian, which we're going to talk about later. I watched all of Nailed at Christmas, or Nailed at Holidays, which is just always fun. There's a new series on Netflix called The Movies That Made Us, and they have 4 episodes out right now. And it's all the backstory on how these movies were made, and, like, different stories about when they were filmed and everything, and they're really fun. They did Ghostbusters, Dirty Dancing, Home Alone, and possibly the best Christmas movie of all time, Die Hard. So check that out. That's a lot of fun. And then I watched a National Geographic documentary on Disney Plus called, I believe it was called How Dogs Got Their Shapes, and it talks about the evolution and how people have bred dogs for different jobs and whatnot, and that was really interesting to me because I like dogs. So
yeah. In
so
fact,
there you go there.
did you already watch the dog show?
I did watch the dog show. I watched it when I got home from work the second time on Thanksgiving. And can I tell you guys who won? Do you guys, number one, do you care?
Yes. Who won?
Yes, the Husky did win his group. Good job. But the overall Best in Show winner for this year's National Dog Show was an adorable little bulldog named Thor.
Aww.
And he beat out the Havanese, he's like the best dog in the country right now, and Thor just blasted him out of the water. And I was like, yeah, woo, Thor! He was really cute. So, if you guys want to look at that, you can always look it up. These dogs are adorable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. Do they have an Instagram page for these kind of dogs?
For these kind of dogs?
I mean, for this show, for the
For you dogs.
For you dogs. I don't know if the National Dog Show themselves have. Let me see. I can check real quick. Instagrams. Search National Dog Show. National Dog Show.
there it is.
Everything's funnier if you say it in a funny voice. Yeah, they do. Look at that. Pow.
Oh, the dog showinator.
Yeah. Hey, so cute. Anyway, so yes.
Got it. Okay.
It's good times. Good
Cool.
times.
Joe, you watching anything on the stream side?
Just The Mandalorian, and we watched 1975 Dolomites.
Nice.
Ooh. Good. That's on Netflix too, right?
I believe we found it on Netflix. Yes.
Okay, cool. I was hoping they'd have both. That would be nice. Can you compare the two?
Well, I mean, one is like a biopic based on the making of, and the other one is the actual movie, so
Oh.
not really comparable.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I have not seen either, so I don't know
Yeah.
what it's like. So good.
So yeah, one is the actual movie, and then the other is like, hey, here's our interpretation of what happened while we were making this movie.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Huh. Cool. I can't wait to see them. So, and you watched the biopic first?
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to watch the first one first, or the what? You know what I mean?
The actual movie?
Yes.
Probably not,
Okay.
because there's a bunch of Dolomite movies that came out in the 70s, so
Okay.
you could probably honestly just watch the Eddie Murphy new one on Netflix, and you get the gist of what the movie was. So
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
There you go.
There
That's
it
good
is.
to know.
All right. That's what we've been streaming.
Excellent. Good.
Yes. So next week is going to be the Playmobil film
Playmobil.
movie. Playmobil the movie.
Playmobil.
Bleh.
Playmobil.
what is happening?
Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock. The mobile on Legos.
Got it.
That's what's out.
Duplo.
It's the musical.
Understood.
Yeah. Playmobil. There we go.
There
Good.
you go.
Oh, yay. I got it.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Thank you. Hey, if you like
course
Daniel
you do.
Radcliffe, he's one of the main voices in that.
Oh.
Yeah. So listen to Harry Potter be a toy.
That should be the tagline for their film.
Oh.
The Playmobil movie. Listen
Where
to Harry Potter, be
is
a
a toy.
toy.
Well, there you go.
They should call us for their marketing.
They should. Absolutely.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Not
They're
having
just
good marketing.
They're blowing it, not having it.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
Muffed it.
Oh my, that's crazy. So, all right. Well, hey, next up is how the box office went. Now, just so you know, we're recording this on a Sunday and not on Monday, so we don't have the actual numbers this week, but we have what's close. Right there, Jim.
Yes.
Oh. But I can't imagine it going much different than what it is.
Than it did last week, yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you got?
Yeah. Well, surprisingly.
We know number one is a number two. It has to be.
Yeah, our number one
Phrasing,
is a
Lana.
number two. Frozen. $85 million.
That is a Frozen number two right there.
Right.
They done built that snowman.
Here's the crazy thing.
Yes.
Almost 290 million so far.
Yipes.
That's big money. That's real money.
Yeah, huh?
Yep. They got
And
mine.
actually falling from second to fourth, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't expect that one to hold on too long, sadly.
Right. But in third place, staying where it was, Ford versus Ferrari.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, a little over 13 million. They're kind of doing as expected. 81 million so far. And in the second spot, Knives Out.
Good.
At 27 million, which
Wowzers.
is not bad. Not bad at all. So
Not bad. Yeah, I have been listening to the Frozen soundtrack
Okay, so
all week.
it's a good soundtrack. I'll talk about this later. I don't want to spoil it for people.
No? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay. But did you know Weezer did one of the songs on the soundtrack?
Did they?
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
they
one?
Did, they did the 80s ballad song there.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was good. That was good. I'm curious if in the recording studio if Weird Al was one of the producers because he's been doing a lot with Weezer.
Huh, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe so.
So just curious. You know, that's all. All right, future movies and trailers
Star Wars.
coming soon.
The countdown
here,
is
Beth.
so
It's
close.
almost
It is such a small number on the countdown. My construction paper chain is so small.
It's the final countdown.
Ba-da-doo-doo. Ba-da-doo-doo-doo.
There's a scary movie, a couple scary movies coming out, like Antebellum.
Antebellum, yeah.
That's it looks new, but it looked interesting. And then another one called Emma, which looked really
Ooh.
kind of scary.
I haven't seen trailers for either of them.
No, check them out if you get a chance to. I think that they are both Blumhouse.
Oh, they probably are. They seem to be just cranking them out. And they're getting better.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I will
I'll have
give
to
them
say.
the benefit that these could be not total crap.
Right. I like where they're going with some of this
Yeah.
stuff.
They're
And
working hard.
there's in the place that we went to for the movies, the AMC in La Jolla. There's a standee there.
Just feels like it's fun to say La Jolla.
La Jolla. It is fun to say. It's fun to sign too, actually.
Oh.
Anyway,
it's funnier
Sorry, I
to hear
distracted you.
it's funnier to hear your GPS say it.
How does your GPS say?
Jolla.
La Jolla.
Oh, good. our GPS on our phone says Placerville.
Placerville.
Right?
I'm like, come on.
That was what Movie Phone did too. Remember that? Dialing it for
Why don't you just tell me the movie you want to see?
Right?
right. So
Nobody got that one?
I got it.
movie. Yep.
Okay.
What is it? Sorry, it was Gretel and Hansel, or is it?
Oh.
So it's like it goes backwards or whatever, and then it has like the witch like holding hair, pulling the hair out of her mouth with a little bow on it.
So,
Interesting.
this is a trailer that you've seen?
No, it's just a standee. I haven't even
Oh.
seen a trailer for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So in your local theater, look for standees.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
as someone who spent a good amount of time working at the movie theater, putting together standees and all of the paper cuts that come from them, Yes, please look at them.
The horror.
And take pictures with them. Give them something to do. Make my cut-up fingers have meaning.
Yeah.
Even
And
though
they're not even like regular paper cuts; they're cardboard paper cuts.
which are the worst paper cuts.
Pretty bad stuff. Yeah. I worked at a warehouse for many years. Well, a few years, and yeah, when you're opening up stuff to put on back in stock, you
Yep.
get those nice cardboard paper cuts.
And the waste.
And also saw a brand new trailer for Trolls World Tour.
Oh, that looks pretty funny.
Yeah, it does look pretty funny.
I want to make an addendum to my list from 100 years ago when we were talking about movies that we thought would be garbage, but then we really liked.
Oh,
Trolls.
okay.
Trolls is on that list for me.
Yes!
I saw trailers for it, and I'm like, this is why, who gives a crap? And then I watched it because I had nothing else to watch, and I'm like, shit, this is really funny.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
so
probably
mad
on
that
mine.
this is so good.
Yeah.
So now I'm excited to see the second one.
Yep. Me too.
Yep.
So, anybody else have trailers they want to talk about?
So, is anyone else tired of the trailers for Underwater yet? Because
I haven't seen trailers for Underwater.
I'm
not
just
yet.
like,
I only saw the one. I only saw that one. I'm tired of Uncut Gems trailers.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm a Adam Sandler fan. I'm like, whatever, just get it over with.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be great, but I'm like, I'm done seeing the trailer.
Yeah.
If that makes
I'm
sense.
done seeing the trailers on Just Mercy as well, but I'm looking forward to that film.
Yeah. I haven't seen a trailer for My Spy in a while. I'm surprised.
Yeah, they're probably holding back, I think.
Yeah.
Rhythm section still titillating.
Ooh.
Little bit. Got it. Well, hey, next week's show. You know what? Maybe inspired a little bit by Knives Out, but I think that we should talk about films where there is misdirection or deceitfulness.
Oh.
And
Any movie with Ben Kingsley in it.
yes. And honestly, I had a single word for it, but I couldn't remember what the dang word was that I could.
Lies!
I know, lies. Maybe lies. Maybe that.
No.
But I was.
Joe won't be able to come up with a
Right.
thing. It'd be too broad.
But I was thinking. What I was thinking of
Who are you
was
calling abroad?
con artistry.
Oh.
I guess. But two movies came to mind when I was thinking about this. That would go under the same genre, and to me, the two movies are. I'm blanking at the title now. Damn it. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels
Okay.
and
The Four Horsemen.
no.
Now you see
that would
me.
be that would be a good one.
True Lies.
No. Pirates of the Caribbean.
What?
Yes.
Pirates of the Carabiner.
Yes.
Is that pirates that climb rocks?
No, because of Jack Sparrow always trying to be misleading, but has purpose.
I don't think he's... Okay.
What? You don't think what?
I don't think he's trying to be misleading most of the time. I think he's just going along his merry way and happens to... Like, that's one of the things... Oh my god, why are we starting this now?
There's a couple instances where Jack definitely was like misleading somebody to get his way, but,
Right, but
I agree with Beth where
90%
most
of
of
the
it is
time-
happenstance. It's like, oops, I guess I'm going with this plan now.
Yeah, the only time that I really felt that he was planning everything out, and I actually felt that it was lame, was in the fourth one. Where
never made
they
it that far.
the fourth one, they have him like they are alluding to him looking at everything and like, oh well, if I do this, then this will happen, and this, and that like took the charm of Jack Sparrow away from me.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that one.
Well, you know what I mean, though.
Which one's the fourth one?
Right?
The one with Blackbeard.
Yes.
Okay. Ian McShane?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you get what I mean, right? Like,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah, like the misdirection or something like that, but on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
I did like the fourth one. It's just by far
Okay,
not
so
my
what
favorite.
is the challenge again? Can you...
Yeah.
Beth, can you explain that?
I'm trying to make it more
So,
concise.
misdirection and deceitfulness.
So what we're looking for, Joe, is we're looking for movies centered on misdirection and deceitfulness, which both would be intentional.
Yes,
Okay.
that's it. Yeah.
Got it.
So, like, yeah, that.
Does that make sense? Anybody got questions?
No.
No.
Joe?
Anyway,
No.
Good, perfect.
okay. So,
I mean, no.
Yeah,
mean
Fox
no?
and the Hound.
yeah. Okay, cool.
That's a good
DJ.
one,
Yeah.
Lucas.
That's the ticket.
All right. So 512 podcast or shout out at tfwmovies.com or at tfwmovies at any of the Twitter, Facebook, Instagrams, one of those.
Or just
However you like it.
let the cast of 29 Toes know, and they'll let us know.
Yeah. Email them at 29toespodcast@gmail.com. That still kicks my ass. That was so funny. Or even better, you could just send us a message on patreon.com/tfwmovies.
Just email Tyler at the 29 Pose podcast, and he'll get a hold of us. So let us know. He doesn't read them, though. He doesn't read them, but he'll let us know.
Yes. Funny. That would be the title of the show again. Oh boy.
Groundhog's Day.
Pot 2. All right. So, plug something. You know who I'm plugging, right? Big Checho, standard tattoo parlor. He did our wonderful logo twice now. So, excellent. Fun guy. Great artistry. Great tattoo artistry. If you like tattoos, head over to San Diego. Just take a flight all the way out here to San Diego, end at the San Diego airport, and then take an Uber or something over to Big Checho's Standard Tattoo Parlor down in Chula Vista on Main Street.
It's not in La Jolla.
It's not in La Jolla.
No, it is definitely
Not
not La Jolla.
Okay. I was just checking.
So, also plugging the
Damn,
29 Toes
Lucas.
podcast because they're pretty funny. They do some funny stuff. Definitely funny. What else? Hey, Joe, you want to plug something?
Yeah, man. Swing by my Twitch channel. We stream games 3 nights a week. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, except for this week. Not on Tuesday, because we're going to Anaheim to have a little bit of a thanks for watching roundup.
Yes.
Right.
Gosh.
But I might stream tomorrow, actually. I don't know, maybe to make up for it.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, we stream 3 nights a week. Right now I am playing through Jedi Fallen Order. It's actually pretty rad. If you guys want to follow me there, you can find me at twitch.tv/apostle_OFC. Like I said, usually it's 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 6:30 Pacific Standard.
It's funny, you should tell your listeners to listen to the podcast to find out how the week's going to go.
Right? And give you the rundown of the schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Yeah.
Beth, you want to plug something?
Disneyland. Oh, wait. No, not that either. No. I don't have anything
Nothing.
useful.
Okay. How about you, Jimmy?
No, I'm good.
No, you're good.
I mean, you guys could totally listen to the 29 Toes podcast because, as I said earlier, they're like our sister podcast and we love them.
That's right. We
Yeah.
Go put their show in your ears.
And they're
And,
really nice guys. They have a lot of
they're
fun on the
super
Marco
nice
Polo,
guys.
too.
And also, if you do listen to their show this week, know that when Lucas is trying to put his headphones on with the beer taped to his hands, it's hysterical to watch.
That is. And
But you have to subscribe to their Patreon to see that. So it's funny stuff.
That's pretty funny. Anyway. Okay, well, hey. This has been Thanks for Watching. And so we have a bunch of thank yous. And not just because it's been Thanksgiving. It's because we want to thank you. First of all, you Patreon members. Yes, you Lucas, you Abby, you Tyler, you Teacher J.M. Strauss, you Sean, and you Crackhead Blue. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you for helping us out, helping pay the bills. That really helps because we have bills. You know, we pay for these fancy names like tfwmovies. .com. That. Anyhow, other things, moving on, Joshua Struthers, thank you very much for the opening of our show. We're really grateful for that. Big Checho, yet again, thank you very much for our wonderful logo. Grateful. Our cast members, I want to say thank you to you all. DJ McGee, Jimmy Harris, Beth Labine, and Joe Ray. Thank you very much for being part of the show. And then for those of you that support us, you guys, gals that are super important to us, Crackhead Blue, Dorothy Fielden, Jackie Harris, and Penny McGee. Thank you all. And lastly, we want to thank you, our listening audience. Thank you so much for being part of the show, listening to us babble on, listening to my wonderful mispronunciations. I have a million of them, like I have puns.
Aww.
And so anyway, yes, so thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it. Bye.
Bye. You need butterflies, or polka dots, or balloons!
What in the fudgesicles is that?
WTF. I want you to know that the second time you played Groundhog's Day, the one that I'm a whole week late on with the podcast, I said it wasn't a movie, it was the Thanks for Watching podcast, because you just played this exact same one from the week before, and you even had your voices on it. I was right.